from the defendant.
She actually
but
did
sought
not
not to
rely
use the
on
part
that
of the
anymore.
letter that supports.
Because
Oh, she did. If you read it, she relied on it and said it was not.
because reading it,
She said that it was not sufficient.
yeah, she said it is not a sufficient grounds to accept that there was any sort of divorce. One, because even if say the sacra by no, you know, it was in two parts. Intention to divorce was cannot, as she meant, be accepted as divorce. And even if she was in Sanso by even if she was in Sanso by man or a ye didn't buy Mr. Is it Kantanka or something? Helped her to understand that what in some pokra bar and yes, what the buy near the families try to resolve and reconcile the two of you, give you time. But when you come back again, now the Sunday say Basu Mokoya Nye Mode Muntimi Waribim.
Ola Michael, Eddie, was what that's so tight. Mame Akosua Serwaa echi. Was say a deep go be on a who dim. Eddie Abua Mame Serwaa Akosua echi no. Efa lumba ni odobo ni hu nsensem no be ye. Na ko TikTok so. Baby me say eja yes sister awo eye English broni cruise wo. Edi ni nkomo ba tiwa ene okọ page no so say hodo mo ye yi ni gidigidi ba. Iti okọ ho na omoko di sa nkomo no. Na watch is na ho odin bi obetimi dia time ma me nachi obeye dia time nachi
me say petition na akwa abontin ya rechi 20,000 na mpese mbisa ebetimi abua kesi kakra ana say ehun here.
I mean, what is in the petition? Tibia move for the binam saka.
Hey,
I've not received anything. Tisebia.
Mame.
Yeah, I go to for the mommy number. Why?
I go to move from no can be that a more than because.
But what is this seeking to? What is the petition seeking to achieve? If I may ask.
Sorry, sorry, go on. You can speak. Sorry.
Go on. If you want to say something.
So the intent is to essentially petitions are set up so that you get lots of public call. Yeah, we've lost the.
Who concentrate what the way?
About moment.
Mr. Macho Man. So camera.
Hello.
Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay. So the purpose of petition is that you often do it to a public body, is that you show a lot of public interest because public bodies are there to act in the interest of the public, or they take actions on topic or situations that the public have an interest in. So you petition and you get enough signatures from the public for a petition, and if you reach a certain standard, then the government body, in this particular petition, we are seeking support from the German embassy based in Ghana to assist Akosua Serwaa with whatever she needs for her appeal.
Oh, then that's a good one. That's a good one. It may not affect any court proceeding, but it can also produce another angle of support. That's how I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, it may produce another. A bit me cry at trigger embassy, to now decide say, oh, na say ni panel kwa German citizen. So yeah, mudie irene ma ene yi tino ye be fa body nako ne ro irene ma ko ne omoyi. Yeah, it can trigger that part. So me patcho I go to afford mami na me sign be why.
That's it.
That's it anyway.
Ola Michael.
Yes, ma'am.
So me patcho initially no me say yes na verdict ni 76. Me patcho ma me no ko yi bi free mu na 40.
Miss Van Brown. Patcho, hold on. I think so but too experience with
or maybe say we me patcho Shanice. Maybe say
experience in the
why me then short then na me bisa wala. Why ne verdict ni 76 na fe dey den ma me no Okotna say dwene ho yi bi frim na ba be say 46 and answer bibisa.
Okay, so net ABC is 74, ABC is 76. A normal sometimes obetnasi no assign try to summarize it a bit more so that they are any too bulky for reading. Minimum more or who say 76 and 74 no. I was of the opinion say on one name Ibi or can say oh the ruling is about 74 pages. ABR the font sizes or the draw I could do 74 no. ABR or TT font no so Emma now it got to be 49. Yeah, 49 as I see it. And now sometimes I don't really need the interaction and answer interrogations between lawyers and witnesses, and they try to produce that as part of the ruling, or they make reference to those things as part of the rulings, Yeah, also to me, a year because my kind ruling be a year about 336 or 35 pages. Oshima interactions a course questions are lawyer be a witness be a producing but when one yenisa one fa so much of it's a crabbing no show, so I'm sure say we need those interactions in be brief pages no and abba form or maybe in the fonts no what it is so that it will be a bit more.
Yeah, what the one in the bar wanting work people.
In respect of that.
Okay. Lawyer Bachelor Boy.
I think say my main congratulate you, Namin and salute you. We are a video trending. I'm impressed. I think I've also had an occasion to deal with some grandma we were EBS or say the banner. And so yes, or some supermarket bio.
Hold on. Opportunity.
Yes.
That's my mom. That's my blood mom.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm a tiny born come open when I was in school.
Oh, so who many marbles and mammy? No,
no, great.
Yeah, who many marbles and mammy?
No, great. Very nice woman. But the mind and
yeah,
we've been hanging along for a while now. But yeah, that's it. So going back to question now, Lady Nibisa, I think it's already judgment never out now. It doesn't bear certified stamp.
Yeah.
I believe says I could see apply for copies. And no about font size
bulkier than this one.
Font size in the 14. And space in the no. It be a 1.5 and I say 2. It's baby brave, but the any who so far near I think said the law platform copy. Reduce size in 12. No, almost space in almost reducing. So
yeah, I think it's about 1 or so.
Tiaban sana a compressing. It is a before say a young cocasibia why something and answer ye be from near other things. Then they want us to wait and I say I could see and I say yeah mammy apply for certified copy from the registrar. That's a around 70 column now. Then we can insinuate the
you are right.
And so that is it. And I must say to you submissions in Kakra in respect of the way my ministry shoot it down your certificate. Over session 161 now or rely on it now. You were section
evidence acting, right?
Evidence acting, yes.
Okay.
Or rely on 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But in the create exception. But because nobody can make up the mind, one to because we a trainer 1613 subsection 3 was say if a reasonable opportunity is given to the parties to investigate the authenticity of a foreign official signature, the court may, for a good cause shown, order that it be treated as presumptively authentic without the certification.
Exactly. Last Saturday in my analysis on the ruling before it came out. I mentioned this one, the third part, that if we had given enough time to authenticate this whole document, I'm sure we wouldn't have arrived at what we are now.
So basically, yes, justice delayed is justice denied. Similarly, justice hurried is justice buried, and that is what we are experiencing now. Because Senkema lawyer Kusi time, there is no way we couldn't have gotten people to come and testify in respect of foreign law now, or can say a matter of fact. So someone an expert need to come and lead evidence, near cross-examining all those things. Because I think can take judicial notice from the onset pleadings now almost this and in Germany. And you can take judicial notice Germany or customary marriage.
Of course.
Polygamy in you.
Yeah.
If we to me say Oma warrior or even in the absence of the certificate, and I say in the absence of its authenticity, or no, I can say any certificate in one prove marriage. So where it is convenient for her, and what state say you can be holding the certificate, but there may be no marriage. Or this guy say issues about say one party is already pregnant for another person, and I say one person is out of deceit, and I say fraud. Near other things I'll mention here. So you understand? And so going on that tangent, would you to say wait to make with a certificate, but now on your the same way you also be a wife without holding the certificate. So I believe say she has already made up her mind. Say biblical King Solomon judgment even no person or deba. And we also give her a leeway.
Yeah, we give her a simple way to have that.
That is the thing. So I believe that once we are going on appeal, people with good conscience will understand that won't mean for technicalities when you say this is the deal.
Yeah.
So I even feel say on appeal, if we work so hard, this case can be retried. Appeal judges need to make say based on the way a case nobody should benefit from the judgment. Yes, I'm hearing. Or meet the case in back to high court, someone taking the time. Because you can't tell a plaintiff lawyer say, oh, leave these ones to me, I'll handle it. Only for you to come back and rely on those little flops. Now the actual judgment are in favor of. And there was no point in hurrying to finish the case in record time.
Yeah, what is the point? Really, what is the point?
So 1 month now, and a lot of cases have suffered adjournment.
Exactly.
We are applauding her. Say why you deal. When other cases are now can say Mrs. Subasi in the court. No, but you make in respect of what may be in them.
No, in respect to the duration of the assembly. We have to accept the fact that we are there, but it's like I said, make waste of time.
Yes, other cases have suffered. And we know on record time. But be that as is made, say, well, injunction application, one grant is injunction or grantee in poor. And Kabaka say, oh, because in the punishment freedom, because of injunction, you to be in seeing any other things. But once I want granting injunction, case na it had nothing to do with the funeral.
Yeah.
Beyond say one in the and one anyway. So we could have taken our time to handle the case. Because we a case now day in day out, you get fresh ideas. But
by this instance, all the pressure to lawyer also to produce what he has to produce within a short time.
You understand? And getting other people from Germany and other things to certify this animal, it did not help.
Yeah.
And so on appeal, I say, oh no, case in the back for retrial. We will not rule out that option. Because
it's possible.
To be honest, this judgment is not something we should let it stand.
No.
We shouldn't. But with submission,
lawyer for Joe Balami.
Yeah.
Lawyer Balami.
Mipacho Ohima. Mr. Robert will be.
Oh,
I think
okay.
so. Yeah,
But
yeah,
my
no,
name is a
according
question.
to.
Why?
Yeah,
Hola.
okay, Jumana, you can talk.
Just joining what Joe just said, and I was discussing with Joe yesterday. The funny thing about this as well is that if you remember that divorce letter, or someone mute themselves, please. That divorce letter that was tendered by the defendant to as part of the counterclaim that Daddy Lumba and Akosua Serwaa had divorced by her bringing her drinks. And the funny thing is, if you read the content of that letter, which was sent and was relied on, and the judge also relied on that letter. And if you understand anything to do with, what documents that should be submitted and what kind of weight you should place on evidence, a statement that's been made many years before the hearing, in the letter, for example, and in that letter, according to the defendant who submitted it, in that letter, she discussed the fact that she's brought the drinks back, but she also discussed the fact that her and Daddy Lumba had an ordinance marriage back in Germany, that he should agree for them to both dissolve. Am I making any sense of that? So
Yes. The judge should have taken the judicial notice.
Exactly. So the fact that she says in her judgment that there was no divorce whatsoever between the two, and the content of that letter specifically was clear that there was two marriages. The first one, 1991, and then ordinance one. And she's saying, okay, now let's go and divorce through the ordinance. That was clearly a consistent statement that had been made and accepted. 2018, the judge relied on that letter.
No,
Okay.
no, I think she
and there was a court evidence from the defendant,
she actually
but
did
sought not to
rely
use the
on
part
that
of the
anymore.
letter that support.
Because
Oh, she did. If you read it, she relied on it and said it was not.
because reading it,
She said that it was not sufficient.
yeah, she said it is not a sufficient grounds to accept that there was any sort of divorce. One, because even if say the sacra by no, it was in two parts. Intention to divorce cannot, as she meant, be accepted as divorce. And even if she was in Sanso by even if she was in Sanso by man of a year, Mr. Is it Kantanka or something? Helped her to understand that what in some pokra bar and yes, what the buyer near the families try to resolve and reconcile the two of you, give you time. But when you come back again, now the Sunday say Basu Mokoya Nyi Mode Muntimi Waribim, then the family will have to sit again to deliberate on the issue before say the part of person with flower yebeje or yebeje nesa. She explained that one.
What I'm saying, and I read all of that, which shows that she had in front of her evidence.
Yeah,
Yes.
Evidence that proves. Evidence that proves two marriage. Okay, one was traditional and one was ordinance. She relied on it, and what she said was it was not the evidence through the letter of what had happened, even if you accepted the facts at its highest. It wasn't sufficient based on what we had learned to dissolve any marriage. Okay. In view of that,
Joe,
if you're going to rely on the content of that letter,
can you mute yourself, please? Thank you.
then why ignore the part that consistently support the evidence that there is a valid ordinance marriage, and not even look at that part of the evidence, which strongly suggests you have all these information, because she relied on that evidence. Not like she said she was not going to look at that evidence at all. She relied on it. She discussed the content of that letter, but she missed the key part of it, which the parties have accepted that there's two marriages. And before she even brought the case to trial, she is saying we've got two marriages. We married in Germany. We did this, and does that make sense? So in not often when I go to court in the UK, in the court of law, that would be what we regard as consistent statements in a document, which you put strong weight on it because that statement was made years before this court case. So the likelihood that you would have invented the facts in that letter to support the case is minimal. So you've got, not only have you got all these documents and certified document and letter from the embassy, all of this stuff, you also got consistent statement in document form of an intention to divorce, but to divorce not only under the tradition, but also to divorce under ordinance.
Yeah.
And yet she made no mention of those evidence, those key evidence that should have given her sufficient grounds to say the standard of proof, which is the balance of probability, had been met. Sorry, just wanted to just add that.
I get it. But we should, the whole ruling, if you read it back and forth, you get frustrated along the line. Sometimes you might even get upset. You might even get upset, but this is what we have, and we need to now focus on how we're going to, position this whole appeal process, what need to be, filed. And I see that there are some chances, a lot of chances, if the right things are done the right way. So I don't feel, it's lost yet. I don't see it that way.
Okay. Jumana, please, are you done with your questions?
Yes, I actually overstepped. I had finished with my time.
Okay. All right, PSA.
Okay.
But remember 3 minutes, why? Because I request more than 40 you, Mr. M. Why?
Okay, that's fine, no worries. That's fine. Uncle Ola, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you very much for your support. To be honest, I like your like unim dieno, knowledge, any support concerning this issue, even how I will see to boss church the last time Saturday, YouTube, now my very proud of you. Say, you did a good job.
That's
my problem is say, lawyer could mention say, other defendants ne lawyers cancer far marriage certificate no. Lawyer could say or catch a judge and say or person ka or invite you be maneba from German embassy. Na nipa krone bana nipa no ye part of the witness for no na oba ebe chechimu said the marriage certificate esitie ne how omusiye no because enye kro bia so
and for aha Konaba television free enekuri Tuesday bia ya wada bia anase kwasiada ebia saa 3 days me yesi wo se meko live live program Ghana time no 7 p.m. na ye live. That is 2100 CET. In 2 person here live program now we interact with Asia. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays at 7 p.m. Ghana time, 2100 CET. That is Central African time. Near our live Konaba television so YouTube. Into fatu trim na join your page. Say be ya ubenya program ni bia hwenti. Kai so be like page no me adomanos for notification. Subscribe to channel way for more update. Medase.
Hello, Businyafo. Unique laser whitening and mama official pa. Na me kai said this Christmas Eve. So we pay products for papa. I try to for amana sere, amana dawase, amana love forever and ever dear. And one unique laser whitening product. I say your toothpaste no. And the more we do what dance, the use so dear. I very simple. The only one say utuso. Na udi go wo brush no so. Na udi chuchu wo send swing na. Kama. And your products dear. Any tea stains, coffee stains, smoking stains bia unique laser whitening product. Ebe nyina free swama kama. So we pay a laser no so and no ni your gadget ne dear indeed unique. I using the yede very simple. Oh start here. Open use shade guide no first. What is shade guide and actuals no so. Send a bell be how you are improving on the treatment. Using yede nkra. We are na wafa gel no. We gel now and no. utuso o hwe ye gel pen no kra na utimi say indeed unique o twist no kakra o say gel no flow through the brush na odi afifa o sinisu nyina kama uria na washe train obi one more say bia ontimi enkenkan ontimi ready a enye. There are instructions on how to use no picture form. Instructions on how to use the product. News and yet den cry. It could be not toma or for this Christmas. Put the gel no fat or sinisuria. Not wash it trade. And then 15 minutes. Now we are more rings when we na come and this Christmas day. Young Pomodia Yento unique laser whitening product. Young Famaya Dofo na on joy, na on sre, no on loving forever and ever. Unique laser whitening or say money says so.
No bambo here. Na me papa mu die. Pro Technologies and me come from our Annie Pro Technologies. We are specialized in both sales and installation of CCTV cameras. Yet on ESA install CCTV cameras in the Sour Ghana and NASA brochure now fear Ghana. Now best CCTV camera installation. We need Pro Technologies and in South. We get CCTV camera installation, electric fence, automated gate, access control, video doorbell. Opadia, man, none wants to that form. Near general construction. So pesi si fear the mouth. Say ya bansoro. Then tia sawashasi. Na pesi diba anafe na pesi sidima wono woni en eminsa woso ne de wobuni se ye no nyina ne wabochime mu ha ene branch ewa Ghana na enim obra wo bre nti so sika fa yensemu a sro bia nim wo dad da eden bi apese osi plan bia and which is so yes solar power and abamba ho sensem bia de uni Pro Technologies eminsa woso ye smart home aba from fidie bi apese hye wo fi ana intercom ebi hujuma ene essential interior decoration yes ufie na mawo ana wa wasi ufie na pese siesi hodoma wo se eye office ye betwa ho neat ne wo car tracker ana GPS how betimi dia track your car bibia car na nam bia obetima hwe e wo phone so and which is so to fidie bi na wo ko e first install ana ne settings ye beye e dia ye Ghana office ewo Ashie Adenta Dodoa Road ye ne CBG ene di animhwe for information or WhatsApp +1 401 7570 300 and +1 401 6992 254. Pro Technologies. Customer satisfaction is our topmost priority. It's centered on your grace.